My name is David. I'm going to be one of your guides today. Before we get rolling with some things, you guys all signed your waiver, correct? All right, so we're going to go over a few pieces of equipment, and then we're going to talk about some things that are going to happen when you're in the boat, and some things that may happen when you fall out of the boat today and have your own personal whitewater adventure, okay? We'll start off with our equipment first. All right, once you leave this building, you're going to head down this way, and you're going to start with your helmets first, okay? We have a couple of different sizes. We have a small, medium, large, and then a youth size, but generally they're color or somewhat color coordinated or whatever with their size, okay? White is small, blue is medium, and red is large. Some of them will have a size sticker on the back, okay? And others will have the Green Tree of Life right here, okay, or the Whitewater Center logo on the front. That's how you know it's the front, all right? We don't want to see you guys putting it on this way, all right? This is superhero mode, all right? It's pretty cool, but not today, all right, on the raft. All right, but when you're picking out the helmet that you need, you want to pick one that fits your head appropriately, okay? This one's a little too loose for me. So you see how it's kind of riding back on my head? Right here is my frontal lobe, okay? This thing's responsible for that's what makes you you. If you don't like your personality today, then go ahead and leave this exposed and we'll see if we can adjust your personality. But in general, guys, I want to have you guys cover up this frontal lobe, so make sure you pick one that fits kind of snug. Next part of it, guys, is you want to make sure this chin strap here is buckled and it's somewhat secure underneath your chin. If it's too loose, what's going to happen is it's going to float off your head like this, okay? And that's going to act like a little parachute for your neck and your head, and it's not going to feel real good. So pick one that fits snug around your head, and then go ahead and snug this up, this chin strap. These are kind of difficult to adjust, so we'll help you with that, all right? You guys awake this morning? Yeah! All right. Okay, next up is, what do we call this? Life vest. We call it now, it is your personal flotation device. Out that if we put this on you and push you out of an airplane, you're not going to survive. So it will float you whether you're breathing or not. All right. So this is your personal flotation device. A couple of different parts with this, guys. You've got a total of 8 straps, 3 on each side for 6, 2 up top for a total of 8. When you grab this today, please loosen up all of the straps before you put it on. The person that had it on before you is a different size to avoid all conflict. Just go ahead and open it all the way up and start from scratch. Okay. Once you've opened everything up, you want to make sure you put it on correctly, and the black goes on the inside and the red is on the outside, all right? Next part of this is we have this little flap on the outside called our Elvis collar. It needs to be on the outside. So if you can't see that white lettering on the inside of the PFD, go ahead and make sure that that collar is flipped on the back. What it's going to do when you fall in is it's going to rise up and keep your head above the water, and it doesn't get such a good job of that if you keep it on the inside, all right? Plus, you look like a hunchback and we'll make fun of you. All right? All right. So you've loosened up all the straps, okay? Collar's on the outside. And we're going to put it on we're going to go ahead and put this guy on. It's got 4 buckles, okay? Let's start with the bottom buckle first. You guys remember that? Bottom buckle first, all right? This is our beer belly buckle or danger stranger buckle, meaning if you haven't buckled it, I'm not buckling it for you. So just go ahead and start with this bottom one first and work your way up. If you start with the top one, it kind of starts to zipper out like that, and it's really hard to buckle, okay? Especially if you haven't loosened up your straps, which most of you will not do. So just go ahead and start with this bottom buckle and work your way up. Once you have your helmet on and your PFD, you're going to get checked out by a guide, and from that point, we're going to send you over to get your paddle. We'll tighten everything up and make sure your chin strap's on, your helmet's on correctly, and then we'll send you over to get your paddle. This is your paddle. This is the thing that's, most injuries that happen out here are because of this guy, all right? 80% of our injuries come from this T-grip. All right, everybody's like, hey, rafting. And they wind up hitting somebody in the face with this, and then we get what we call summer teeth. Everybody know what summer teeth are? Some are here, some are there, some are in the bottom of the boat, some are in the water. Make sure what you're going to do is you're going to take your thumb and put it under this T-handle, and you're going to wrap your 4 digits on top like so, okay? And that's going to be your T-grip on that T-handle, and you're going to do your best job to hold on to that the whole entire time. Your other hand is going to go about halfway to 3/4 down the shaft, and you'll go ahead and make your paddle strokes that way, okay? But if you need to let go with this hand that's on the shaft, all right? If you need to pick your nose, pick a wedgie, push somebody out of the boat, go ahead and do it with this hand. Just try your best to hold on to this T-handle in, all right? Because everybody kind of, whether they get real excited and they're like getting rafting, or they're trying to balance themselves for some reason, they always put their lead hand on this T hand. Well, it kind of makes sense. You're putting your strong hand up here, and then that's the one you want to use to balance, all right? So just try to do your best to hold on to that. All right, so let's talk about some things that are going to happen in the boat and out of the boat today. The best thing that you guys can do today, if you happen to fall out, is to remain calm, all right? If you start freaking out, I'm going to start freaking out, everybody's freaking out, and that's a bad day, all right? So remain calm and be an active participant in your own rescue. What do I mean by that? If I say, hey, swimmer, because that's going to be your name when you're in the water, because I'm not going to remember it, swim to me, all right? Don't just sit there and lay there like that, all right? If you can't swim, different story, all right? But we'll help you get back in the boat. But if you can help yourself get back in the boat, or if you can aid in your own rescue, that's a great thing, all right? That's going to aid in your trip and help you come down the river. So remain calm, be an active participant in your own rescue. Now, most of the time, you're going to fall out right next to the boat, all right? And the way we like to pull people back in the boat is we like to utilize those top straps on the PFD. So what I mean by that is you're going to go ahead, you're going to kneel on the side of the boat, put your knees right there, and you're going to grab that person's straps right here, and you're going to make sure you're making eye contact with them. The reason that we make eye contact with people we're pulling in is so that we're pulling them in face first. Backs don't bend so well this way, they bend great this way, okay? So make sure you're pulling them in face first, make eye contact, grab the top straps of the PFD and tell them, everything's going to be all right. It's not going to be all right. No. Everything's going to be all right, okay? And then on the count of 3, you're going to say 1, 2, 3, and they're going to take a deep breath and you're going to dunk them. Just like that, all right? What you're doing here is you're going to utilize the buoyancy of the PFD to help pop them out of the water, okay? Chances are they're going to be pretty heavy because they're real wet, all right? So you're going to go ahead, 1, 2, 3, dunk them, and then you're going to wait for the bubbles to stop. All right? That means it's time to bring them back up, all right? So 1, 2, 3, bubbles are gone, lean back, pull them out of the water, and they're going to fall right on top of you. If you don't know this person, it's a great way to meet new people, all right? So take that opportunity seriously, all right? So that's how we pull people back in. You guys ready to go rafting? Yeah!